Hey Capricorn, this is your monthly month of March love reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have a lot of Capricorn placements in your natal chart, this could be for you. Remember, take what resonates, throw out what doesn't. Don't force it to make it fit. So this is a general reading concerning love for March for Capricorn. I'm using the Modern Witch deck, and I'll be using some Rider-Waite, Oracle cards, Romance Angels. Let's see what we get for you, Capricorn. So Capricorn, perhaps you're not in the mood. You could be spending time reflecting over your love life. Maybe you're just getting some downtime, preparing to speak up about something, Cappy. Oh. Maybe some nostalgic moments. Maybe there are. Maybe it could be feelings of nostalgia, and you're spending time thinking over, having some reflection. Some of you are spending time with your children in March, more than your partner. I feel like your partner, if you're partnered, because this is for singles and partnered Capricorns, I feel as if there's some things you need to possibly discuss. One of you could be shirking, not wanting to talk about emotional issues. Could be being immature, not wanting to talk. Perhaps there's something you need to address. For some of you Capricorn, you're spending more time with maybe your community, friends and family. You're doing more of your own thing. I'm getting that you're doing more of your own thing than you are with your partner, which could be causing a need to talk. Now it could be you, the energies could be reversed. You could be the one who doesn't want to, you don't feel like talking. You don't feel, perhaps you've had a bit of a disagreement and you're kind of busy. You're sort of possibly even working on your stability in your work life. You could be dealing with a fire sign. I feel as if your partnership is usually pretty passionate. You have possibly the same interests. If you're single, you're going to meet somebody and they're going to be passionate towards you. A passionate personality. Yeah. And you'll feel kind of this sense of renewal. Now, if you're partnered, what's coming up in March will be renewal in your, maybe renewed passion. Maybe you need to inject something into this. I feel as if you're going to be pretty receptive to each other once you've got through a little minor possible disagreement. If you're single, you're going to be receptive, and whoever comes in is going to be passionate. Could be fire sign, could be water sign, or fire sign with a lot of water in their chart, and it'll be fast. And you won't be expecting it. Just it will be like sudden. If you're single, you have a lot of hope in meeting somebody. I'd say once we get into March. Some of you mourning a breakup. Some of you feel that there could have been a lot of difficulty and you can't see a way of moving forwards. Some of you. His energy could be reversed. It could be your partner who sees that there's not much future. But I think you see that there is a lot of future here. Aquarius energy. Some of you, you're dealing with somebody younger than you, who hasn't got as much experience, as life experience as you have. And I feel, Capricorn, that you're looking at it as you're growing into each other. You see it as this partnership as one that needs work. You're prepared to put the work in. If you're single, you're aware, and many of you, as I said, I feel you're older or more experienced than your partner or your future partner. Slow and steady. I don't feel March is going to be frenetic in your love life at all. I feel there are things to sort out, to work out. And could well be resolved if you were to take a trip, get out of your environments, go and take a trip somewhere to relax, to unwind. If one of you or both of you is reticent to talk about where you're at. Yeah, I feel as if you're going to be feeling happier by the end of the month, because you have a lot of faith in your relationship. If you're single, you definitely need to trust the timing, and be open to your opportunities. Yeah, be open to each other. Because I feel as if you switched off a bit because you're more concerned with other matters at the moment. And maybe there's a lack of gratitude going on here. Which could be the root of the issue, that your partner isn't showing gratitude for all the things you do, the work you put into it, or vice versa. You're not being. I feel it's your partner though who could be taking you a little bit for granted, and you're feeling that. You're feeling a bit detached. And because you have faith that anything's going down can be resolved. Is there like you want to kind of dust it off, give it a good a good valeting, your relationship, like it needs a good valeting, you know, dusting down. Sprucing up. And pay attention to details. And number 8 might be significant for you. It could have been some kind of codependency going on for you, and you kind of become aware of that. Watch out for, you know, emotional manipulation. Watch out for not seeing things from the same viewpoint. Yeah, for some of you, you may feel that the effort you're putting in isn't kind of paying off. It doesn't feel as if it's worth your while. But others of you, you've been distracted with other things. And there's not quite enough clarity. Yeah, because I feel like sometimes your self-sufficiency, and particularly in this month coming up, your self-sufficiency could become like a bone of contention between the two of you. Because in the case that your partner might feel that you don't need them, they want to be able to make you feel, you know, happy. They want to be able to contribute. Perhaps they want to contribute financially more, and you don't accept, or you're not entirely open to that. And you might not need any help from anybody, Capricorn, but that doesn't mean to say you can't accept it if it's offered to you. You know, don't be too proud to accept offers of help from your partner, of advice. And in the case that you feel they're younger than you or less experienced than you, and their advice isn't particularly, or isn't likely to be particularly helpful, well, that's not the case, because it's another aspect and another viewpoint. You know, you are talented and amazing. There's an element of your partner being sometimes intimidated by you here. You know, feeling as if you don't need them as much as they'd like you to need them. And if you're single, I feel as if many of you have got very used to being single, that you're not entirely almost bothered. You know, you're not, it's not that you're apathetic in so much as you don't feel the need to be partnered. You have got your own thing going on. And at the end of the day, things will work out, you know, in a fair fair and balanced. I feel as if you are not entirely focused on your partner as much as you could be, and you just need to be that little bit more open. And I feel as if you're not being quite as appreciative as you could be. Well, I'm going to end it there, Capricorn. I hope it's helpful. I hope March turns out to be a good month for you. You know, let them in, let them help you. Ask them to do something for you would be a good solution, is to ask them to do something specifically for you. For some of you, whenever you go anywhere, you drive, and they'd quite like it if you allowed them to drive you. I know it sounds a bit trite and like a very small thing, but you know, this can make an impact on some people. You know, can change. You know, there may be the roles that you have. You know, in some cases I'm feeling as if you get stuck in, certain roles, and in March you're going to have to maybe review the roles you have and swap things over. Maybe if you do the driving usually and they say do the cooking, or vice versa, you know, you try and switch things up to make it more interesting. You try do a skill that you're not particularly used to doing or doing very often, and they do something for your partnership that they don't usually do. And that's one way of making you appreciate each other more, because you play to your strengths usually and not your weaknesses. But have a go at sort of doing something but you consider to be your weaker area, and try that out. And that role play thing is it can be quite useful, and you can laugh about it because it's funny, because you know you can be dismal at doing whatever it is they usually do, you know, and vice versa. So there, Capricorn, that's what I've got for you. Do like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Look after yourself. Always also check out my Instagram pages. I upload usually daily, and they're in the description box below. You can have a look in there. So, sending you lots of love. Till next time. Bye.